this is my friend Michael, who actually is going to Vancouver Film School, but not for very much longer.
Graduating April 18th.
April 18th, and we had the pleasure of meeting each other because I just hosted the Pitch and Play event that happens for every graduating class, and you guys had a terrific game. What was the name of the game?
Scouts Oath.
Scouts Oath.
Yeah.
And you worked with about 4 other people?
5 other people.
5 other people to build this game within 4 months, and then you presented to a bunch of people. How nervous were you when you got up on stage and talked about everything?
Actually, getting up there wasn't too bad. Like, it kind of, the nerves went away as soon as we got up there.
Awesome.
Especially with your help. We really appreciated that.
Well, it's a real honor to be able to do that, and you guys are all so bloody talented. I can't believe what you can create in so short a time, and it's a really fun night. And so Michael has never heard of the Sega Genesis.
I didn't say that.
Because he's so young. He's never heard of Sega or Genesis. No, but we're going to play a little Sega Genesis here. But I've got something a little bit special, and I bought this because I'm going to be getting the Analog Mega SG, which is a Sega Genesis. I don't know the technical stuff. It's just a really cool Sega Genesis machine that will hook up through HDMI, and everything is pixel perfect and beautiful. And anyways, the controllers are separate, and this is an 8BitDo controller. 8BitDo, kind of like Nintendo, but 8BitDo. And I've picked up some of the NES style and the Super Nintendo stuff, but this is sort of getting us ready for the Mega SG from Analog, and it's called the M30 controller from 8BitDo. And I love it. It's styled somewhat similarly to the Sega Genesis controller. It's all wireless, and there's a couple of different options. You can pick up the 2.4 gigahertz one, which connects to the Mega SG pretty easily. It's sort of made for that machine, but I went for the Bluetooth variant because I wanted to be able to use it in a bunch of different things, and one of them is the Switch, and I thought, why don't we take a look at some Sega Genesis games on the Sega Genesis Classics on the Switch, and Michael can actually use this and try playing a little Streets of Rage or something like that. Let's see. I think you could just press this button. Oh. The only thing that's a little bit weird is the B on this is actually the A. Yeah. So you want to select everything. Well, just I haven't outfitted the controller, so it's perfect for choosing stuff. But I love the feel of the controller in my hand, and the wireless functionality has been pretty damn sweet.
Streets of Rage?
Yeah, Streets of Rage is fantastic. Why don't you go for Streets of Rage 2? There you go. And then they actually, oh yeah, you gotta get used to pressing that one in there. There you go. And then it pops in there, and you can play a little bit, you can test it out. I was playing it on I have a Retron 5, which is one of those machines where you can plug in a bunch of the old cartridges, and it's pretty solid. I also tested it out with the At-Games Sega Genesis thing that came out recently that is... It is okay, but it did not power the controller at all, so something to know if that's the only Sega Genesis input that you have. It will also work with the receiver with the old classic Sega Genesis if you happen to have one of those kicking around and a TV that you can connect it with. But this is where this gets to be really cool, because suddenly you can kind of have the old, 16-bit vibe while you're playing these old 16-bit ports on a modern machine. Have you ever played Streets of Rage before?
No, I haven't.
No?
But there was a game jam really early when we started the program, and I think Mimi was actually on the team. They made like kind of a beat 'em up game like this.
Oh, yes.
Inspired by Streets of Rage. So.
16-bit had so many beat 'em ups, and this was arguably the best franchise for that. I mean, Capcom made excellent ones as well, but Sega really crushed it with their Streets of Rage franchise. They did an incredible job, and all accurately recreated here on the Sega Genesis collection. But you can also pick them up as separate games. I think Sega Ages has done some stuff with this, and of course Streets of Rage 4 is coming. But how does it feel? How does it feel in your hand?
Good, and there's no latency or anything.
No latency, feels all right. It's, the Bluetooth functionality. 8BitDo makes some solid peripherals, so I'm very happy with this as I eagerly await the best machine that I can plug my Sega Genesis cartridges in. And I've been having a thought about why the retro stuff is so much a part of our lives recently, and I think it's a couple things. I think the indie developers like Devolver have whetted our appetites with a lot of games that were inspired or influenced or the vernacular of game making came from these retro titles, and that's what they wanted to kind of explore, in the modern age. But there's also less AAA titles coming out. There aren't as many from the big publishers, the big studios, because they're much more expensive, and they're also trying to keep us locked into their experiences for a much longer time, like the Division 2 and Destiny and things like that. So there's more gaps, and I think that's created this opening for retro gaming to really take off, and that's why companies like 8BitDo are really killing it right now. So very successful with that. If you've got any questions or comments about anything that's happened on the show, let us know, and we will get to that. But this is a classic franchise and a classic collection of excellent games on the Switch, and of course you can pick it up for the PC or the PlayStation 4 or Xbox. Great on whatever machine you get. Donnie S., are you getting your butt kicked?
A little bit.
Yes.
Keeps
They just come in with knives, right? It's amazing though, there was probably, like Mike was saying, there's probably 4 people that put all of this thing together, because 8-bit is now retro cool, and also that people that grew up playing these games are now in charge and making the games that they enjoyed when they were young in the 80s and 90s. That's a good point from Donnie Swangor there. And Ty Fish, yes, I saw that super chat. You are the best, man. Thank you very much. And I also have been seeing the tweets and the comments that you've been making out there. Appreciate it very much, Tyler. You rock. Ms. Hojat, LOL, maybe I spoke too soon, but that guy with the knife is hilarious. Yeah.
I have the knife.
I love that all of the games in the late 80s and 90s, the gang members all look like they were right out of a Michael Jackson video, right? They look more like they're about to start dancing than beating anybody up, I think. But it's awesome. Robert Leno says, I love Streets of Rage 2, easily in my top 10 favorite games. Yeah, it's a classic.
I know the soundtrack's really good.
It's great, right?
I know about it.
Yeah. Adrian Leon's got a shout out for Blake. Blake rocks. Woo! I don't know where he is. I think he's gone to the bathroom. He just took off. Okay, we're on our own, guys. Let's see, we got the... oh, he's back. All right. Blake, they think you rock. I think Vic and Tommy discussed how to pronounce the name Ease. That's from Mondo Blasto Zero. Yes, we never knew how to pronounce YS when we had that back in the day. That would always stop Tommy Tellerico short. I don't know what to say. Ty Fish says Ease 8 is awesome. That's a Johnny Millennium special right there. People are playing Ease on the Master System. So, see, retro's still huge. Question from Down Phoenix, where is Metal Wolf Chaos? That's a Devolver game. Mike, Metal Wolf Chaos? Yeah, where is that? Is that coming soon? Coming soon. Direct from, what's your job title? Founder, okay. Direct from the founder of Devolver Digital, coming soon. Quote. When they say they funded to Fort Parker means cases, I don't know what that comment is. I'll have to scroll back up a ways. Yes, I'm doing a little scrolling right here. Thanks for joining us, by the way. It's fantastic to see everybody in the chat. Lots of great comments and questions in there. If you guys have any questions or comments, or you want to comment on Michael's playing, please. Michael is killing it. Lucas is a fan.
Can you do a flip? I did some uppercut. Oh, there we go. Oh, now we're in the bar.
Let's see, there's probably somebody down here. From Jordan Cunningham, question, hey Vic, which system are you playing the Borderlands games on? I think I'll be playing it on the Xbox One X. I seem to go to that quite a bit for the third-party titles. It's got a big hard drive. That's part of the reason.
4K.
Yeah, there's room for lots and lots of games in there. Sam I Am 111 has another one. It says, what do you think changed the mind of Miyamoto when it comes to the Switch and its adoption of VR? That's an excellent question, and I think it's all about getting the user data and just doing a little testing, about all the Labo VR kit, right?
Seems to be more viable, or becoming more and more viable, so they probably want to get in on it.
And I think, honestly, Nintendo loves that switching things up, no pun intended, from the way that everybody else is doing it, and saying that we can have a Nintendo difference and we can make something work for us. even if it's a little bit of a
Even if
risk.
you have to hold it up to your face.
Even though you got to hold it up to your face. But I don't know. I mean, we been talking about that on the show. This the Labo VR kit, and I think that there's a lot of excitement for it. And I think that there's a lot of Switch owners that are wanting to play Breath of the Wild in VR. You know, it's crazy. Am I excited for Avengers Endgame? What's that? What's that?
I've never heard of it.
Is that? Yeah.
You have tickets yet?
No. Yes, I do have tickets.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait. Of course I am. It is the movie we do not talk about. Vic, I've never flew on a plane before, and I'm afraid. I'm planning to fly over to E3 this year. This is from Adrian Leon. You've never been on a plane before? Oh my God, man, you are going to be fine. Everybody on a plane treats you with a lot of love and respect, hopefully, if you're on a good airline. Don't worry about the food that they serve. Just buy some food and bring it on with you. But bring some good portable games. You'll be fine. You're going to have a great time at E3. And don't worry about flying. If you've got some good games, it'll be over quickly. Sherlink says, question, thoughts on the recent Zelda indie crossover. I think it's phenomenal. And the people that are building that game, that's the Crypt of the Necrodancer team, they're based here in Vancouver. And I've done some preliminary emails and connections with the folks over there. They'll be a guest on the show very soon. Can't wait. I loved Crypt of the Necrodancer. Did you play that?
I checked just a little bit. I'm excited to see the Zelda
The
version.
crossover is so good. Can't wait. Let's see. Donnie Swangor likes our new time slot. Speaking of time, yeah, we got to wrap it up here pretty soon. I've got one more question. This is from D9000. Vic, we're having our first baby in June, a baby girl. Help me. What do it do? Good luck. You're gonna be in heaven. And here is. People told me this when we had our daughter, but it is so absolutely true. And Mike can back this up because he's got 3 kids. Three kids. And no more. You hear that, Melissa? No more. The baby time is over way too fast. It's something that you want to relish every single second of, because even if it's tough, even if you can't sleep, all you know, the puke and all the poop and all that stuff, it's over so fast, and you're gonna miss it so much because it's so pure, and it makes you stop and realize why we're here, you know, why we live, why the earth has given you this great gift. You get a lot of time to kind of think about all of that, and it's wonderful. And just enjoy it and relish it, and don't stress about it too much. Just live in that moment, and you're gonna have an incredible time. I think about my kid as a little baby all the time, and how much I loved carrying her around in the. I know this is not what you come to EP for, but you asked me about a daughter, all right? So I went there. Yeah, it's an incredible experience, man. I'm so happy for you. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for our episode of EP Live. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you, Mike. And it's only going to be Mike's on the show today. Great episode. Thank you all for joining us. I had a blast. Definitely check out some of Devolver's games, including Weedcraft Inc. If you haven't seen any of their stuff, I think you are going to be incredibly impressed by the breadth and the depth. And the one thing that I didn't say is that almost every single Devolver game that I've played has had this gameplay hook that has just blown me away. There's just this level of quality in the teams and the titles that they put together. It's incredible stuff. So big thrill to have Mike Wilson on the show today. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow it is another great friend from the industry that I've met over the years. His name is Sam Witwer. He is the star of Days Gone. He's currently starring on Supergirl. You saw him in The Force Unleashed in those 2 games. He is the voice of Darth Maul in Star Wars. He's got an album out there and a book to talk about. Incredible gentleman. Tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. PST, he will be right here for a new episode of EP Live. So please come back for that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh. Is that on a Tuesday then? It is on a Tuesday. Yes, thank you, Blake. Yes, it's not Wednesday. We have a special Tuesday episode. And the reason why is because Sam is wrapping up with us and then getting on a plane to go to Star Wars Celebration, where he's going to go meet thousands of people in Chicago to talk about Star Wars stuff. So please come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Play forever.